Hey guys, Abner Miranda here. The trend that I'm seeing in the training environment now seems to be this big brouhaha that's kind of getting stirred up about, you know, how the firearm is being held, so on and so forth. I know that I'm not alone in this, but I also know that what I'm about to tell you is bordering on a little controversial. Shooting stance and shooting grip, people just seem to get so invested and bent out of shape about this that it boggles my mind how people are just losing themselves in this. The shooting grip that I use and the shooting, actually let's just do the grip first. The shooting grip I use is one that I learned from Tactical Defense Institute in West Union, Ohio. First time I went there, I believe, was '09. John Benner, who's the head guy there, this was actually even before the class. I met him the evening before, and we were chatting about a bunch of different things, and I was showing him what my shooting grip is, and he said, "You're doing that wrong." I like John Benner because he's very direct, and he said, "You're doing that wrong." And I remember thinking, okay, it's worked for me for years, bad excuse. And he showed me the difference. The difference is, in fact, I'm trying to even remember what it was that I was doing back then. I want to say it was that thing. I believe it was the thumbs up thing. I can't really remember. I remember what he showed me was, you know, your actual shooting grip is really kind of dictated to you on what kind of handgun you're shooting, but your support hand really does make a big difference on what it's doing. And what he showed me was that the support hand should be locked forward, meaning that the thumb should be in direct alignment with the radius, which is the top bone in your arm. The radius rotates around the ulna, which is the one directly below. So the thumb and the radius should be in proper alignment with one another. When the pistol is pressed in to that position, you end up with this right here. Your thumb should be forward, and for those of you that are righties, you should consider taking your shooting thumb, bringing it outboard and pulling in ever so slightly. I got this from Frank Proctor. What that does for you guys is it gets you away from this problem child right here. By bringing your shooting thumb slightly out and pressing in just a little bit, it keeps you from accidentally activating your slide catch, which I see all the time, and when the weapon goes back it pops open, or the guys who shelf on the slide catch down and the weapon doesn't lock back on them. I have seen the extremes of both. And so really what I have done, what I've been able to do in doing this, and I'll show you right here, is it mitigates recoil dramatically. And I know that some of you are thinking, well, yeah, he's got a light on there and it's stippled. You're right. I have an APLC on here and I've stippled the top leading edge of the APLC so that I have something to shelf against. So I'm going to show you with my thumb right here. In fact, I'll just show you right-handed. That Glock should not move that much when you're shooting. Once again, my thumb is going to be here this time. Great, ran out of ammo. Right when I was getting somewhere. Once again, thumb is here, not on the light. That's it. It's not hard. You should have total control over your weapon, most especially when you're getting that thing out there and you're trying to track a moving target. You better have control of your weapon, because if you're high, if the Glock is high in the grip, you're asking for trouble already. So, and by the way, that's where stippling comes in handy. If you have the ability to get stippling done, get it done. It's worth it. But the grip, once again, is dictated to you by your weapon, but your support hand, the way I teach, your support hand should be locked out in front of you. This translates not only in handgun, right, when you're doing this, but it also translates to rifle. That's why I like this grip, because it's very consistent from rifle to handgun, handgun to rifle. And it also works in shotgun, except for the thumb, you just go onto the side and, you know, So, most especially if you're shooting a semi-auto shotgun, you're golden. In fact, you could just put your thumb over the top of the barrel, because remember, in a gunfight, you're not going to get that many shots before it's over. So the whole "my barrel's going to get hot" is irrelevant. That's what I've got for you guys today. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll try to answer them for you. And as always, I thank you for watching. God bless you all. Get those guns out in practice. Have a good one.